Back in the years of 1998 through 2011, my friends, my cousin, and myself loved to go fishing in Mercedes, Texas. There's a beautiful pond there with a waterfall view, and during the day it seems like a normal pond. But if you go before dawn, the pond takes on a totally different feel. It makes you imagine prehistoric times because you're surrounded by water, banks, bushes, and the waterfall that truly looks prehistoric. So, by sunrise we unpacked our fishing gear and decided to camp there the whole day. The day passed normally, without incident. We made some good catches, and by dusk, we decided to pack up our fishing gear and put everything back in the car. Before we left, we decided to just gut the fish there so we could wash them up in the pond. And as dusk approached, we were getting ready to get in the car when, all of a sudden, my friend saw a big, dark silhouette emerge from the middle of the pond. Its neck stood up just like the Loch Ness Monster. We all saw it just sitting there. And then it turned and looked directly at us. We got so scared that all four of us were frozen in fear. And after about 20 seconds, which seemed like an eternity, the thing is submerged back in the water, snapping all of us out of it. We ran to the car and sped out of there. In the car, we were shaking uncontrollably, and after driving for a while, my friend pulled over at a Stripe store to get something to drink. After that experience, we never went back to that pond again. Unfortunately, this is a waste, because the pond is a really great place. It has a very beautiful waterfall. And in case you're wondering, it's located in Mercedes, Texas, off a back road, kind of hidden from the city. Currently, I'm living in an RV while my home is under construction. The date is September 1st, 2020. And I was watching television at around 2 a.m. last night when I heard multiple gunshots down Midway Road in Donna, Texas. After about 10 minutes or so, my dogs started barking. And if you have dogs, you know the difference when they're barking at animals or barking at something more aggressive or evil. Whatever it was, it landed on my rooftop, and my whole trailer shook. So my first instinct was to get my AR, which I did, and I waited for whatever it was to walk or move while I had my rifle pointing up towards the ceiling. I was locked and loaded. My plan was to shoot up the roof from the inside out if I heard footsteps. After a minute or so, nothing, just a loud flap. And when I went outside to check, my dogs were barking towards the sky. So today I started investigating, talking to my neighbors. One said he heard a dragging noise down Midway Road 2 blocks north of 18th Street at about 1:35 a.m. or so. He said it was a dragging-like noise and it sounded rough, like nothing he had ever heard before in his life. However, no visual whatsoever. After 20 minutes or so, multiple gunshots were heard, which was, at the same time, whatever it was landed on my rooftop. The other neighbor said his dog was acting up, crying and barking aggressively at the same time as well. Also, at approximately 4:35 a.m., coyotes started acting up, crying and howling. So after I got a little information, making sure I wasn't crazy or hearing things, I went back to my trailer to check the rooftop. And sure enough, there were 2 indentations exactly where I heard the beast land. Whatever it was, I know for a fact we are not alone, and there are creatures of the night out there. Be safe and take care.